back to another episode of Cooking with Max Power. Today we're going to make roasted garlic soup. The recipe came from a Royal Caribbean cookbook that I modified a little bit. It's dedicated to Gary Thomas, who is the senior executive chef aboard the Freedom of the Seas, Oasis, and Liberty of the Seas. To start, we're going to make a mirepoix reduction. You're going to need your celery, about 3 carrots, and a good sized onion. You also need at least 6 to 10 cloves of garlic, some chicken stock, some Chardonnay wine. Once we're done with that, we will add a little bit of cayenne pepper and some cognac at the end once we've added our roasted garlic. Now I have my oven set at 375 already, and it's going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to roast our garlic up. Preparation time on this is a long process, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to sweat our vegetables down first, add some stock, and then we'll start roasting the garlic. Sweating the vegetables are pretty easy. Just going to go ahead and add our mix into the pan. We're going to add a little bit of butter. We're also going to need some olive oil. Now that we're sweating our vegetables, we can go ahead and start getting our garlic ready. I like to use my garlic roller. And we're just going to take off the top layer of the skin. And we'll do a couple cloves, then I'm going to finish up all the prep, and then we'll come back to it. Just simply take the roller, place your clove in, and begin. Once we get all the pieces out, I'm just going to go ahead and place them into our pan. We're going to drench it in olive oil. And like I said, we're going to cook it for about 25 minutes to 30 minutes at about 375 degrees. I prefer using real garlic versus the already roasted in a jar. This gives a much better flavor. So once we get all that done, then we'll come back and show you the next process. Continue stirring your vegetables, even though we're still peeling garlic. You're going to start to see liquid forming in the bottom of the pan. We're basically making a vegetable stock, but I like also using a little bit of chicken stock in it. Kind of gives it a nice flavor. Any large pieces you want to just kind of cut up. It's going to get cooked down completely anyway. And we'll just continue letting that go for a few more minutes. So we're just about ready to go ahead and add our liquid to our vegetable. Got a nice little bit of liquid here in the bottom. Go ahead and add our chicken stock. And we're going to add some Chardonnay. We're also going to add a little water to it. Add a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of sea salt. Now that we have our garlic completely all nice and peeled, we'll add a little bit of olive oil to it. Place it in the oven, 25-30 minutes. The oil will also help with the vegetable reduction. Kind of get them in there, let them make love a little bit. And we're going to cook it uncovered, like I said, about 375 degrees. Our stock is getting close to a boil. I want to continue stirring it up. I've got my temperature about halfway on the stovetop. Once it comes to a boil, we'll go ahead and put the top on it and let it cook down. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now, and we'll come back at about 12 o'clock to see where we're at. Once we've added all of our ingredients, we're going to bring this back up to a boil. Place the top on it and then let it simmer down. We're going to let it simmer for about 3 hours. It's going to cook the reduction down. We'll place it through the chinois. Then we'll add the roasted garlic. Now that we've been cooking the vegetables, we're going to go ahead and strain it through our chinois. And this will get all the flavor out. And we just keep pressing the vegetables against the side of it. until we get most of the liquid out. And some of this will get pureed through it, and that also helps with the thickening agent. Once we have that part done, we're going to go ahead and add our roasted garlic into the mix. And from there, we're going to go ahead and turn it back into our pot. Go ahead and bring it back up to a boil, let it simmer back down, and we're going to start reducing the liquid out of it now. It's currently now going on 1 o'clock. By about 3 or 4 o'clock, we should be ready to strain it again, and at that point we can start the final preparation of our roasted garlic soup. While we have the garlic going, we want to go ahead and stir this a few times. Remember, we started our liquid to about here, and we've already reduced about half now. And you can see our roasted garlic. Eventually we'll run that through the blender and it'll be ready to go. So it's about 2:40 in the afternoon, and we're going to go ahead and put our roasted garlic soup into the blender. And now it's cooked down quite a bit. Give it a couple pulses. And pour it back in the pan. Going to bring the heat up a little bit on it, and we're going to want to go ahead and bring it to a nice simmer and let it continue cooking down. We're about 3/4 of the way now, and we'll have it done here in just a little bit. So as you can see, we have our grill out, so we're going to get ready to do our grilled lamb chops. The roasted garlic soup is now really cooked down, and you can see from here it's now cooked down almost 3/4%, and it's getting a little bit thick. We haven't used any thickening agents. There's no flour or any starch. This is just pure cooked down mirepoix. It's the onions, the carrots, the celery, chicken stock, the white wine, some water, some cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, and a little bit of cognac now, which really gives it an exceptional taste. You probably noticed that I'm not wearing my Danger Man cooking apron tonight. I'm actually wearing a chef's outfit. I would like to say that it's an honor that I get to wear this for the first time doing the roasted garlic soup, which might be the reason why I got this jacket. We'll be back in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and grill up our lamb chops, and dinner will be served in about 30 minutes. So welcome back. We've got our grill nice and hot. The garlic soup has really become thick. We also have our reduction over here, which is going to go over our lamb chops. And I've got these beauties right here, and we're going to go ahead and get those ready for the grill. Just going to go ahead and toss them on there, and we're going to go about 6 minutes, actually maybe about 8 minutes per each side, and that should get us to a nice medium rare temperature which is of course what we're all looking for. We don't want to overcook the lamb chop, and we simply don't want it raw. So now that our lamb chops are nice and grilled, we're going to go ahead and plate them up. Go ahead and take some of our reduction, and we're going to just pour it over the top. From there, I'm going to go ahead and dish up my soup. I have my soup tulip bowl. Take my ladle, nice generous portion, and you can really see the thickness that this is really cooked down. And I'm going to take a little Parmesan garlic toast and simply break it over the top. Nice medium rare. All I can say is keep having fun in the kitchen. We'll see you next time.